This video will be all about our annual get-together. This is where we meet up with at least 4 other Filipina-British couples.
As one of the couples has a child, we always pick a touring site which is family friendly.
So to that end, this year we're going to visit Parkdean's Kessingland beach in Lowestoft, Suffolk.
Several of the couples invited some of their friends and family, which made a nice change. We even had a couple from Germany. Good morning. We set off to go to Kessingland Holiday Beach Resort in Lowestoft, Suffolk. We're going to meet our friends for our annual camping. And the weather is really good. Well, too hot for everybody, but we hope to enjoy and catch up with everybody. So, see you then. Bye.
So let's talk about Parkdean's Kessingland beach for touring caravans and motorhomes. It's right on the Suffolk coast, which is a real plus. You've got direct access to the long pebbly beach and it's rarely crowded. It's ideal if you enjoy coastal walks or just want to wake up to the sound of the sea. The pitches are fairly level and the electric hookups are reasonable, although we did experience 3 power cuts during our stay, which affected several pitches. Most of the pitches are on grass, with only a few hard standing options, so it's worth checking in advance which type you'll be allocated, especially if rain is on the cards. The on-site facilities, including the tour and shower block, are a little tired. The entertainment complex is nearby if you fancy a pint. There's also a fish and chip shop and a convenience store on site, which is great for families. Now on to the not so good bits. The touring field is a bit of a walk from the main complex. It can also get quite windy. The site's exposed position on the coast means pegs and awnings can sometimes take a bit of a battering. During peak season, noise from the main site can carry into the touring area. Another niggle, there were no toilet brushes in the loos, which means they were often left in quite an unpleasant state. Not what you want when you're paying for a pitch. The beach itself is lovely for a walk, but not particularly accessible for those with reduced mobility. There's no boardwalk or proper path, it's just a rough trail. All in all, it's not without its merits, especially the location, but with the power issues, distance from the facilities and a few hygiene concerns, it's probably best suited for those who are fairly self-contained and don't mind a few compromises. So we have a really nice location here. We managed to be pretty much at the end. Now I know a lot of people don't like to be under trees, but the sun was it was 30 degrees the other day, so we thought we'd park there, get a bit of shade on. That said, we do have air conditioning, so it's a bit of a win-win situation for us either way. And then the rest of our group, we're all going to be down this side here. We're going to have one on the end here. That pitch there is next, and the next ones, and the next one, and the next one. They're all ours. And these 2 dodgy characters, I deny all responsibility. See, I told you we were dodgy. Steve discovers he's inserted some of his divorced in the bag poles the wrong way round. Everyone joins in to help him swap them around. Jerry turns up with the world's largest tent and enough supplies for several years. Success! Nenning is happy. John turns up with his camper van and awning, complete with a full-size fridge and microwave, while those with motorhomes just chill and relax.
Hello. Ian. Smile. It's video, not picture, you moron.
I'm one of the most famous stutterers and took up my role in the family business, i.e. the royal family, when my brother ran off to France. Who am I?
Get the scissors. Here's our food for the night. Courtesy of everybody. Hello, 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 hello.
So today we're at Kessingland Beach Holiday Park, and this is the Parkdean resort. There's several other campsites in Kessingland Beach, so be sure to check the right one. There's a camping and caravan club just next door. So this is where we are. Reception's off to the left. Now this is a family-friendly park. They have indoor and outdoor swimming pools. It's very lodge caravan centric. Round the side, you've got a little shop round the back. It's a Nisa, is that how you pronounce it? Or N-I-S-A? A nicer Nisa shop. To a playground area. So a good selection of drinks, ice creams, all the usual snacks and bits and pieces, all the sort of beach related stuff. You got flip-flops and then really basic groceries. What they don't seem to have much of is the way of fresh vegetables and things like that. Shakes and smoothies. Got your booze here. So they do have bread, so that's quite nice. And that's pretty much your veg section. As you can see, there's not a great deal there. Phone signals and broadband are not great here. There is free broadband on site. I will see if I can try and check the signal quality of that later on. I've been using their own data, and if you wander around you can get a signal, but it's not been great. And I said phone signals, much the same. When you come in the main gate, once you've gone into reception, you come back out reception, turn left, and then you follow the caravan and touring signs that's here. Now, a couple of things to note about the touring section. There's one facilities block, and it's not actually inside the touring section, which is unfortunate. You wouldn't think many people in the caravan or the lodge section would need facilities. But anyhow, I'd imagine it's obviously a historical reason, maybe the order they built things. Maybe this was originally part of the touring section. Who knows? Anyhow, I'll show you the facility block, and they are very disappointing, unfortunately. Not so much in physical condition, but cleanliness and things wasn't ideal. For some bizarre reason, there's no toilet brushes in them, so if someone does leave a mess, it stays a mess, which is a real shame, but there you go. Outside, they've got a little few places where you can wash your dishes and that sort of thing. There's a Nelson point there, so as far as I can see, no disabled facilities for those who need them. Right, so when you get to this point, again, the signs taper off. There's a junction here, there's no sign we're saying where the touring area is, but it's just straight on. There's the external washing area. The sinks seem fairly high for some people, especially some of the Filipinos who tend to be with us. So we have the ladies, and we have the gents. And we have the Elson Point here, and that's it. That's all that's here. It's not quite true. There's one little washing up area. Now, this is the start of the touring area. There's lots of places to empty your waste. That's quite good. Lots of bins. Now, when you come in, you may need water. That's what we certainly did. And there are a couple of water points, but they're not very convenient. There's one here just ahead, behind that small red thing. But of course, if you park there and yours takes as long as ours takes to fill up, and we ended up causing a traffic jam. Just over there, there's the second water point, which is where we finally had to fill up. But of course, it is amongst the pitches. So just behind me, you've got the grey waste point. It's tucked into the corner quite a bit. And for anyone whose drain is on the other side, it's a bit difficult to get in there. So it's fairly quiet today. Today is Friday. You have to be off the pitches by 10 and you can't get in till 2. So there's quite a large gap where they get a chance to cut the grass and bits and pieces like that. We were quite fortunate we were down this end. Everyone on this section from here on in is part of our group. We've got 3 motorhomes, 1 caravan, 1 tent, and 1 camper van and tent. And that's it. So again, we had this entire section to ourselves, which is quite nice. Pitches aren't that level, unfortunately. We managed to find one that's relatively level, although lots of bumps and holes and pit holes in it. But you can see here, or maybe you can see here, initially we tried to park in one of these ones and we were just a bit too close to the fence. The angle wasn't ideal, but we've all coped. We've all had a wonderful time. Here we go, beach access. Give you a quick pan around. So there's the back end of the camp, and you've got a nice clear view. So at first glance it looks a bit pebbly here, so this bit's quite firm and nice to walk on. It's not that type of soft sand where you sink in. Looks reasonably firm underfoot. A little bit softer here. You can see some of our group clearly got very excited at the prospect of walking on the beach. This was midday on the 12th of July 2025, and as you can see the beach is very empty, so if you don't mind a few pebbles but you like your privacy, this could be the beach for you. The firmer ground slightly up the beach made for a very pleasant walk. A little further down the beach you'll find the Ben National Nature Reserve. There's also a pretty river here where some of our group decided to take a dip. There's an outdoor pool and an indoor pool. They can get pretty busy at times, but there are also times when they're virtually empty. Just a case of picking the right time. If you are travelling children, there's lots to keep them entertained here. In the main building, there's a bar and a restaurant. They also have a breakfast menu. The restaurant's got a number of open tables and a few contained within sort of bays or pods. The food's got more of a cafe feel about it than a restaurant, although everyone seems to enjoy their meals. At the far end is the arcade, which will keep the kids and I'd imagine some of the adults amused as well. We've got a couple of large screens that should keep the sports enthusiasts happy.
They also have the odd wild creature roaming around.
So if you pop out the arcade, you've got the fish and chip shop there, you've got Scoops, the ice cream parlour there, the swimming pool's off to the left, and you've got a laundrette here as well. And I gather the laundrette prices are pretty reasonable here. They've got a good range of machines here, it seems. So it looks like there's 4 dryers there and 4 washing machines. Here we go. Washing machines $4.50, dryers $2.50. Doesn't say how long they last for though.
Thanks so much for watching. It was a fantastic holiday and we're so glad we could share what happens when Brits and Filipinos get together. If you enjoyed this video and want to follow more of our adventures, why not subscribe? It's free and a huge help in growing our channel so we can make more videos for you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing.